Hey there, today the moon goes into Libra, the sign of the peacemaker. So just about 8:03 a.m. Pacific time, the moon shifts from Virgo into Libra, from hardworking Virgo, practical, earthy Virgo into the relationship oriented sign of Libra. And as the moon enters Libra, it steps into that fifth position on the six-pointed star we've been talking about. It's actually, we have ongoing much of this year, 3 of the points on that six-pointed star. And as of today, we currently have an additional 2 points activated with Mercury at 1 degree Sagittarius and the moon entering early Libra just after it opposes Neptune in Virgo at 29 degrees Virgo, opposing Neptune at 29 degrees Pisces. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Friday, December 12th. So as the moon enters Libra, we get a mood shift, a vibe shift. And with that mood shift, we shift into the energy of conversation, of partnership, of collaboration, and for focusing on relationship and relationship themes. So what does it take to get along with another person or another group? What does it mean for yourself in what you need from other people, and how to best show up as yourself to bring the proper balance to the relationship, right? If you're not showing up authentically or not showing up as your true self, the relationship is not its best, right? It's not going to be healthy for the whole if you are not being your best self, your true self, your authentic self. So that is some of the energy we look at with the moon in Libra. Is how are you making compromises, and are those compromises in your best interest or in the best interest of the whole? Compromise can be great, right? It is how we get along. It creates a feeling of harmony. And so when we can compromise to come onto the same page or find common ground, that can be good for us and the whole, right? The harmony of the relationship. But if we're compromising in ways that are not healthy for ourselves, if we're giving away our power, if we are making ourselves small or not claiming our needs, stating our needs, being who we are, acknowledging what we need in relationship and from relationship, then we can be compromising in ways that are not the most healthy for ourselves or for the whole, being the relationship or the group or whatever areas we're trying to create a spirit of partnership and working together. So those themes may be coming up for you. And of course, with the moon forming that opposition to Neptune just before it goes into Libra at 8:03 a.m. Pacific time, we have that energy of that Virgo 29 degree moon bringing activation to that Neptune at 29 degrees Pisces. So that potent dynamic between the whole and the greater, right? The big picture, what is greater than us, our ego selves, where our spiritual needs are, and that being activated through considerations of how we can be of service, how we can heal, how we can help things to be more functional, solid, practical, grounded, efficient, all of those things that are of service to a bigger picture, a sense of spirituality or truth or love or unconditional love, right? How can we show up in ways that are of service to the bigger picture of unconditional love? And that means being humble, right? Being a conduit of that bigger spiritual picture, if you will, whether that is the divine or just what gives a bigger picture of meaning to your life. So that is activated just before 8 a.m. Pacific time, or right around 8 a.m. Pacific time. As the moon shifts into Libra, then we hit the ground running with themes of relationship, and how do we take that energy, that spirit of humility and service, and bring it into our real world challenges that appear in our relationships. So focusing on questions of how to be who you are. And yesterday's third quarter moon activated some of those decision-making processes that say, where do you need to make a choice about what is true for you, what is right, what is in alignment with the bigger picture of meaning for yourself. So then Libra moon, as the moon goes into Libra today, says, how are you going to carry that forward in the context of working together with others, whether that is an intimate relationship, romantic relationship, long-term relationship, or more casual relationship, right? A friendship, a business colleague or peer, or whatever one-to-one relationship may be showing up in your life for the pathway for these choices and decisions you're making to unfold. And so the need to maintain that choice and say, okay, here's the real world of what it means to get along with other real human beings in conflict or disagreement. How do we work together with those others to continue on this journey of discovery of the best ways to be who we really are? So we're also here, so 5 points of this 6-pointed star. So we're missing one of the 6 points, right? And that point would be at early Leo, around 0 degrees Leo. So 29 Cancer to 1 degree Leo, about in that area would be the 6th point. The other 5 being the moon entering or leaving Virgo and entering Libra, Mercury now in Sagittarius, 1 degree Sagittarius, Pluto at 2 degrees Aquarius, Neptune at 29 degrees Pisces, and Uranus at 28 degrees Taurus. So those outer planets still in that double sextile that I've been talking about all year. So I probably sound like a broken record. If you remember what a broken record is, some of us do. So there's a cradle formation with Mercury forming the 4th point of that star and opposing Uranus. It was exact yesterday. And then the moon steps into the 5th point as it shifts into Libra. So those sextiles, that 6-pointed or five out of 6 6-pointed star, brings the energy of activation, of flow, of things moving and changing. It's kind of a magic energy. And again, we've had this on and off all year, really, especially over the summer, and now continuing into we're in the fall solidly and almost in winter in the northern hemisphere. So that these energies continue on more intense at different points. And this is one of those points. So it's like the key fitting in the lock and the door opening, but are you going to walk through that door, right? What choices are you making? Are you connected with what's really, truly important? So good for manifestation. This energy is good for manifesting, whether you're choosing consciously or unconsciously manifesting something you don't necessarily want, right? So it serves us to work with this energy consciously, and especially as it might be showing up today and tomorrow in the context of relationship. And we are moving through this transformative moon cycle now in the final week as we are heading toward the Sagittarius new moon, and in the final days here of integrating and really finalizing the work we're doing on this deeper place of transformation. So what's changing within you? How are you showing up with those changes? How are you navigating the real world challenges around you as you go through these changes? And how can you best support yourself to do that? So that's my Astro self-care weather for today, Astro vibe for unshakable self-care, some things to think about. So hopefully that's helpful. I'm Marina Orms. Astrologyheals.com is where you can book a reading with me. It's a perfect time to book a reading, to take a look at what is coming up in 2026. Great gift to give yourself or someone else is a reading to look at what those energy patterns and alignments are for you, and some tips and tools for how to work with them. I'm Marina Orms, and transformationalastrology.com is my member site. Astrologyheals.com is my website where you can book a reading. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. And I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.